Okay, so let's talk about what it really takes to change your life. We all have this idea that it's supposed to be some huge, dramatic moment, right? But what if the real secret is actually something much, much smaller, quieter, and something you do every single day? I mean, we love the idea of that big movie moment where everything transforms in an instant. But the truth is, real life just doesn't work that way. Change is built from all those tiny, almost invisible decisions we make, day in and day out.
And this really puts it in black and white. We're sort of taught to wait around for this big explosion of willpower. But the reality? It's a slow, steady build. Kind of like how tiny drops of water can carve a giant canyon over time.
So if change is really just about taking small steps, why does it feel so impossible sometimes? Well, it turns out there are these 4, you could call them, invisible ropes that keep us tied down, stuck right where we are. Let's break them down.
First up, the big one, fear of failure. It's that nagging voice that's always focused on what could go wrong. But what if we just flip the script? What if we asked ourselves, okay, but if I try this and it actually works, what can my life look like then? That simple switch changes everything.
The second rope, having no clear direction. A goal like, I want a better life. It's too blurry. It's like putting somewhere nice into your GPS. It doesn't know where to take you. So you end up just waiting for this perfect, detailed map that, well, it never shows up.
And number 3, this one's tough. It's that inner critic, that constant negative self-talk that just poisons your motivation. It's the voice that tells you you're not good enough before you even take the first step, and it makes everything feel like an uphill battle. And the 4th rope is a trap that, let's be honest, we all fall into. Waiting to feel motivated. We think we have to feel this jolt of inspiration before we can do anything. But here's the secret. We've got it completely backward. It's taking one small action that actually creates the motivation. Action comes first.
So there you have it. The 4 invisible ropes. Fear, a fuzzy plan, that negative inner voice, and waiting for the perfect feeling. The most important thing is just knowing they exist. Because you can't fight an enemy you can't see, right?
Okay, so we see the ropes that are holding us back. How do we start to cut them and actually move forward? Well, the answer isn't some giant leap. Nope, it's way smaller. It's about getting just a tiny bit better every single day.
And this is the core idea. 1%. It sounds like basically nothing, doesn't it? But here's the thing about a 1% improvement, it doesn't just add up. It compounds. And over a year, that tiny daily effort can lead to absolutely massive, almost unbelievable change. And see, these small actions become habits. And habits are so powerful because they don't just get things done, they actually start to change who you are. Every time you do that small thing, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. And eventually, that evidence builds up and you start to believe it.
But our actions are really only half the story. To make any of this stick, we have to win the internal game too. We've got to deliberately change how we think in the stories we're constantly telling ourselves. And one of the biggest shifts you can make is moving from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says, hey, this is just who I am. But a growth mindset, it says, I can learn, I can improve, I'm a work in progress. That simple switch tells your brain to start looking for opportunities instead of just seeing roadblocks.
So how do you do that? Well, here are 3 simple but seriously powerful tools to start rewiring your brain. Affirmations, to consciously direct your thoughts. Visualization, to actually see yourself succeeding. And gratitude, to train your brain to notice all the good that's already around you.
The biggest enemy to all of this internal work is perfectionism. We wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, and this quote just nails it. A messy start today is so much better than waiting for a one day that, let's face it, might never come.
And finally, there's one last piece to this puzzle. We have to remember that change does not happen in a vacuum. You can have the best habits and the best mindset, but if your environment is working against you, it's just a constant uphill struggle.
You've probably heard this idea that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Just think about that for a second. Do the people in your life lift you up? Do they inspire you? Or do they kind of drain your energy? It matters a lot. And this goes for your information diet too. What are you feeding your brain every day? Is it helpful, positive stuff that gets you energized? Or is it just a constant stream of endless scrolling and negative news that leaves you feeling totally wiped out?
So the big takeaway here is this. Lasting change isn't a single act of willpower.
It's a system. It's a system that you build piece by piece with tiny habits, a growth mindset, and an environment that's actually on your side.
And that leaves us with one last, really powerful question. Not what you're going to do tomorrow or next week, but today. What is one small, messy, imperfect action you can take right now to start building the life you really want?